Hello, my good people of Edo State. Thank you very much for supporting Peak Network. If you haven't subscribed, please do press the subscribe button and also give us thumbs up to let us know that you really appreciate what we are doing to get this news across to yourself. Please do leave your comments in the comment section below so we can have a decent conversation about this news as well. So what we've got for today says under the Edo State gubernatorial elections, we're focusing this morning on the APC party, because there's been a lot of things going on in the APC party. Apparently, there's been war between Obaseki, the present governor of the state, and the APC national chairman, Mr. Adams Oshomole. There's already been two factions in the party. That's the Obaseki's faction and the Oshomole's faction, and it's been a tussle. It's been a battle between these two factions, But today we've got quite a number of evidences and facts to show what the people of Edo State at the point in time is actually thinking, and where their vote is going to sway to. So today we've got the topic as there's consensus to return Obaseki for second term, and this was said, and this was gathered from Iduoriyekemwen. Sorry if I pronounce the name wrongly, but it's Iduoriyekemwen. All right, I'll read what this man actually is. It's the Honorable Matthew Iduoriyekemwen was the majority leader of the Edo State House of Assembly, a former NDDC commissioner and two-time governorship aspirant under the People's Democratic Party, but he is now the chairman of the APC Mobilization Committee in the state. He spoke with Ojevia Hyosu on sundry issues. Excerpts. So we're going to bring all the excerpts to yourself, the questions as they are asked, and also the response that we have got from this two-time governorship aspirant and a former commissioner. We all know Honorable Matthew. Let's go into it. Let's go into the excerpt itself and see the facts that makes us think, that makes the people of Edo State think at the moment that Godwin Obaseki should have a consensus to come back for second term. So, this was the question that was posed to Mr. Honorable Matthew. The first question is, as the chairman of Governor Obaseki's faction of the APC, saddled with the responsibility of mobilizing and reconciling members, what is your assessment of the governor's performance? And here is his answer. Actually, I was appointed with other members of the party, and we are about 41 in number. In carrying out our duty of mobilizing members, we also talked to people who are members of the party that may be that have one grievance or the other. As we speak, the committee is still working. The job is still to mobilize people for a political party and for them to believe in our ideology and aspirations. The job is made easier because of what the government is showcasing in terms of achievements. So it has been a little bit easy for us because the government, as it were, is doing well in the area of trying to reposition the state economically through infrastructure, building of capacity, and strengthening all aspects of the state, either through agriculture, health, or education. The government is just putting solid foundation in place that if we as Edo people come together in the next 45 years outside of Lagos and Ogun State, I don't think there is any state in the country that will be ahead of Edo State in terms of industrial development and building of capacity of the workforce in the state. People like us want Obaseki to come back and consolidate on what he has done. Edo people have reached a consensus that Governor Godwin Obaseki should get a second term in office. If you look at everything the governor is doing right now, and if the pace is sustained without any distraction or interruption, the GDP in the state would increase massively and there would be more inflow of development. So, for me, that makes the work very easy in most places we go to. You can point at one project or the other that is going on. The governor, as a technocrat, doesn't believe in making noise, but he believes that results will show, and today that is very obvious for the people of the state, and a lot of people want him to succeed. Again, another question was posed to him. What is the assurance that the crisis in APC will end and that aggrieved members will settle issues amicably? And this is Honorable Matthew's response. Talking about crisis, you should also know that in basic economics in secondary school, they tell you that human needs are insatiable. A lot of people are driven by ambition. They want to be governor. You all know I had wanted to be governor. I had gone for governorship primaries twice in the PDP before joining the APC. But the main reason I wanted to be governor is to see that the state is properly positioned both in infrastructure, development, and economic growth. Why I am not interested in governorship at this time is because Obaseki is already doing some of the things I would have done as a governor and even surpassed them. The governor has contacts because of his background that I didn't have. So it is normal for me to allow him to explore those things and maximize the potentials that he has in developing the state. But sadly, other people wouldn't see it that way. They just want power, not that they are going to do anything differently. For some, their ambition over becloud their sense of fair judgment. For them, if they cannot get it, let's destroy the family house. But for those who are reasonable, even if there are issues within the same family, the best thing is to secure the house first from external aggression before coming back home to reconcile and reunite everyone, instead of opening the doors for invaders to come and take over simply because you want to be the head of the family house. I think every genuine member of the APC in Edo State should go beyond personal political ambition and look at what is the best for us first as a party and for Edo people. I have reached out to so many persons on the other side, but what they tell me, as far as I am concerned, is just personal. When I joined the APC, I didn't ask the governor to do anything for me. What is important to me is to see a better Edo State. We don't want a distraction for the government. The next question goes thus. But don't you think that the complaints against Obaseki are genuine? And here is his answer. It is all about personal interests and not for the interests of the Edo people. Counting on his wealth of experience in government, Obaseki did not waste time to separate politics from governance. And this did not go well with some politicians. There was resistance even from governors' own political family, especially those inclined to maintaining the status quo. The days of politicians wanting to milk the state at the detriment of the common man are gone. Those on the other side fighting the government don't mean well. The question we need to ask is whether Obaseki is doing what is acceptable to the majority of the people. And the answer is yes. But some of them have made it look impossible to close ranks. And like I said, their entire quarrels are personal. You see, when you make political quarrel personal, as if the man has killed your wife, then reconciliation becomes difficult. You do not expect that things would be done the same way and expect a different result. Everybody wants politics to be played the way they are used to. Government is not doing so much, and few persons are being empowered at the expense of the vast majority of the people, making few persons billionaires, and same persons do not have investment in the state to accommodate unemployed people. Our ways of thinking has changed if we want Edo State to progress. For people like us that are above 50 years of age, we are already on our second half of life, and in actual fact, how many of us can live up to 90 years? Most people are they say lived well at the age of 80 or 90. So the proper thing to do is to make sure that those coming behind us find it easy. If you eat your seed, yam, in the time of planting, don't expect anything during harvest. I think with what Obaseki is doing now is planting the seed, yam, instead of eating it. We must have foresight for our children and the future. As far as I'm concerned, Obaseki has done enough to consolidate what he has done so far. So another question goes thus: with the political force against Obaseki, how confident are you that he would pick the APC ticket? And the answer here is, well, with the COVID-19 pandemic, and if INEC do not change the plan, I do not see how the governor will not win the primaries, in either direct or indirect, because party members are those going to vote and the votes are going to be counted. Nobody is going to sit in one place and the result will be written somewhere and sent unless they don't want to have APC anymore in Edo State. You must also feel the pulse of the citizens of the state who will make election easier for us to win. It is either the governor or no other person. Who are those persons that we are hearing so far that wants to become the candidate of the party? Looking at the genuine membership of the party, because I have been going round, the governor will win the primary with a landslide. So, one other question is, are you not bothered by the force in EPM? And here is the answer. Well, as far as I'm concerned, Edo People's Movement, EPM, is not APC. They are still members of the APC, and I don't want to use words that make it impossible for us to reconcile with them. I still see them as people that will become reasonable at some point to see the need to consolidate on the gains of the party. Like I said earlier, all they want is power. They don't have anything new to put up on the table. In their campaign, they tell you, when I become governor, I will respect party leaders. Where did Obaseki disrespect party leaders? When I am governor, I will make Agbero touts that have been driven away come back. Who wants to live in a society dominated by Agberos? We don't want to be like those Israelites that say, let's go back to Egypt. Who wants to leave decency for death? Who are they? Somebody was a commissioner, and for some reasons, the governor decided to reshuffle his cabinet, and your responsibility are taken and new people are brought to inject fresh ideas, and the next thing is for such commissioner to team up with people and start fighting the governor. People should know that the mere fact that you have an appointment doesn't make you better than others. A lot of people have more capacity than you. It is just an opportunity. Do you know the population of Edo people with better qualifications that don't have the opportunity to serve for 12 months? So when people talk about the other side, I say they are those fighting for stomach infrastructure. So, two more questions that is really very implemental in this primary. So let's listen to that. The question goes thus: What will you do if Obaseki lose at primaries? And the answer is, how is that possible? Are they going to write the result from the sky? It is party members that would vote. And the last question from us today is, what achievements has he to show to win a second term ticket? And that is what every one of us is very interested in. And here is the answer. I am surprised you are asking me this question. There is so much the governor has done that even the blind can see and the deaf can hear. Let's look at the basic ones. Before Obaseki, how was the movement in places like Ring Road, Ekiosa Market? It was almost impassable. Was it that the governors didn't have the capacity or power to do it? They only lacked courage. Today, we have a clean and organized city center. Look at the road to my village in Amagba. The government has done the road and it takes less than 10 minutes. Same thing with St. Xavier Road. Edo is the largest construction site in the South. Look at the quality he has brought to our education. Yes, we already have red roof, but the red roofs doesn't teach students. Now we have built capacity of the teachers to deliver modern educational tools. In the area of agriculture, the state is today accessible for investors. Is it the industrial park, Azura or Osiomo power plant? In the next 1 year, Edo people will enjoy full electricity. Today we have 9 flights in Benin City with about 5 new planes coming into the city. Obaseki's achievements are so numerous and glaring. Those who say they want to be the governor don't have the capacity, and I am far better than them. People like us want Obaseki to come back and consolidate on what he has done. In case you don't know, Edo electorates, both at home and in the diaspora, have reached a consensus that Governor Obaseki, Godwin, and Nogegase should get a second term in office. This is to ensure more gains and consolidation. So my people, that is it. That is the interview with our Honorable Honorable Matthew Iduoriyekemwen, a former majority leader of the Edo State House of Assembly, and also a former NDDC commissioner and 2-time governorship aspirant under the People's Democratic Party, but right now he's the chairman of APC Mobilization Committee in the state. He spoke with Ojevia Ehionsun on sundry issues. So my people, that is it. That is what has come to us, and that is a rundown, a summary of Mr. Godwin Obaseki, the executive governor of Edo State. So my people, yes, we have got some facts. We have got a lot of things. We have seen where the people of Edo State, where they are swaying to, and their arguments regarding the fact that Obaseki needs to get a second term in government. And a consensus has been reached, according to Mr. Matthew, Honorable Matthew, I beg your pardon, that a consensus has been reached. So, my people, it's up to you now to put your comments there. Let's see if what this man has said is actually the right thing for the people of Edo State. And this is just the opinions of like an opinion poll regarding a second term of Mr. Godwin Obaseki. So that is it. That is the news reaching us. Please, people, do put your comments there. And also, we are going for 100 likes this morning. Please do hit the like button for us to know that you actually looked at the news and also supporting us in getting 100 likes this morning, and also aiding us to bring the news across to yourself. Thank you very much, my people. I do appreciate you, Edo Lights. God bless you until I come your way again. Bye-bye.